Do you dream of doing a headstand? This is where you start. Hi, my name is Arundhati and welcome back to the Aham Yoga channel. In today's video, we're exploring 5 beginner-friendly yoga poses that will help you get closer to being upside down or inverted. Inversions are a great category of yoga poses that bring your head below your heart and reverse everything in our body. There are so many reasons why inversions are great for us to do. I will link a blog post in the descriptions below with all the details. In today's practice, we're going to explore easy poses that will someday help you get upside down and stand maybe on your head, maybe do a handstand, maybe do a shoulder balance. So grab your mat and let's get started. You'll notice that a lot of poses we do in our class today will be semi-inverted, okay, where the head is hanging below the heart. This really helps us train to be upside down fully later. Okay, so to begin, all you need to do is set up in Adhomukha Swanasana or downward facing dog. So to do this, quickly lie on your belly, bring your hands to your mid chest. Now curl your toes in, lift the chest up, bend your knees, press into both hands evenly and then slowly pick your hips up. Now we do have a more detailed video on downward facing dog that I will link in the descriptions. But for now, just settle in, straighten out your legs to the best of your ability, drop your head so you're looking through your feet and just stay here for a few rounds of breath, settling in. Arms are straight. Shoulder blades move away from each other and the head is dropped. Push everything towards your legs here. And just notice there are 2 things that are happening. One, you're letting your head stay below your heart. So you are already slightly inverted. And this helps you, and secondly, you get used to being here and the flow of blood starts to come back to your heart and lungs, and that in turn helps you to get a little calmer. Take one more breath. And now drop your knees, bring your big toes to touch knees together, Shashankasana or child's pose. Let your head drop and your arms reach behind you. Now you would let your head fully drop. I'm just keeping it up for the sake of the sound and the mic being on the collar here. And then reach your arms. We're going to do downward facing dog one more time. Inhale, straighten out your arms, curl your toes in and lift your hips up and back again. Okay, downward facing dog has so many benefits, but specifically when we talk about inversions, it helps restore energy for us and it quietens the mind. So to stand on your head and your arms, you can't be very distracted, and this helps to turn our focus inward. And then one more time, drop your knees down, big toes and knees touch and let your head drop. Slide your arms to the back of your mat. And one final time, Adhomukha Swanasana, arms reaching forward. So my goal in today's class, and then lift yourself up, is to just show you a few poses that you need to start focusing on in your regular yoga practice if you dream of standing on your head or your shoulders or your hands someday. Okay, now inversions can do so many good things for us. Okay, again, I will leave that blog post for you below, but we should absolutely make time to go upside down every single day. And then bend your knees one final time, Balasana or child's pose, sitting back. Let your head drop. then slowly come up. Now, turn to the long end of your mat. We're going to do another pose which will take that inversion a little deeper. So come to stand, okay? Have your feet as wide as your hands here, okay? Now inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through your spine. Now if you cannot put your, if you need to bend your knees to do this pose, grab your blocks and prop yourself up on blocks. Now inhale, come halfway up. If you are new to yoga, you want to train here a lot longer, okay? As you exhale, press into the four corners of your mat, of your feet, and then bend at your hips and walk your hands back. At this point, you want to be completely upside down in your trunk. Now, yes, you might be limited with flexibility, and it's a function of time and regular practice. So, as you walk your hands back, let your head drop, draw the shoulders up your back, and keep actively pressing down with your feet. Sometimes we refer to this pose as Ardha Shirshasana, half headstand. It's very calming and soothing for the mind. And then inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, bend your knees, step in and sit down for a moment. Okay, we'll do that one more time. All right, so for your second round, step your feet wide. Inhale, again, reach through the crown of your head towards the front or the long end of your mat. Now, as you exhale, bend at your elbows and start to walk your hands back. Now, keep your chin up a little bit. So, you get to do a little more of a concave back till you no longer can, and then let your head fall towards the mat. Okay, use your legs here. Press into your mat. Straighten out both legs. The position of your hands are where your fingers face the long end of your mat or fingers face your head. Inhale. Exhale. Fold a little deeper. And do this more often, okay, where you hang your head below your heart. And then slowly come halfway up. And this time, turn your right toes to the front of your mat and step all the way back into downward facing dog, Adhomukha Swanasana. Take a breath here. And now step to the top of your mat. Have your feet at least shoulder distance apart, wider if your hamstrings are tight. Okay. Now if your back troubles you, bend your knees. I highly recommend you bend your knees considerably and definitely go wider. Okay. Now if your back does not trouble you, feel free to straighten your legs here, interlock your upper arms or forearms and drop your head. So your head is between your arms. If you've never done something like this, you want to just lift your head up and watch the video for a moment. You don't want to be here where your head is outside your arms. You want to hang your head between your arms, okay? Now use the weight of your forearms to drag, to drag your torso and elbows down, like it's weighted almost, and you're trying to lengthen towards your toes. Okay, so give that a try. Try and stay there for at least 2-3 rounds of breath, unless your back troubles you. If your back troubles you, bend your knees and maybe come out of it and don't stay for so long. One slow breath here. Just get used to hanging upside down like this. Actually feels pretty nice. It's pretty refreshing to do inversions. And then slowly release your hands to your mat. Look ahead and walk back. Place your hands down on your mat and walk back to downward facing dog. and drop your knees down briefly. Okay, I quickly want to pause and just talk about something here. So far we've done 3 poses that are great inversions. The first one being Adhomukha Swanasana, downward facing dog. The second one being Prasarita Paddottanasana, where we keep our feet really wide, and the third one being Uttanasana that we just came out of, our forward fold. These 3 poses work on 2 things: glute and hamstring flexibility, because the more flexible you are at the back of your legs, the easier it will be in deeper inversions to come upright with your hips. Okay. Now the second component of an inverted pose is your upper body strength, and that's what we're going to do in the next pose. Okay, just training your biceps, triceps, shoulders and chest. So for that, head back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Now inhale, shift into high plank. Okay, if you've never done high plank, or even if you have, just watch the screen for a moment. Don't let your hips sag. Okay, this won't do any good for your core strength. Okay, keep your hips in line with your shoulders, zip up your belly, push away from your mat and move out of your shoulders. Exhale, draw back to down dog. Now depending on your strength and your ability, do this a few times. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, draw back. One more. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, draw back. Now inhale, move forward. Drop your knees. Wherever you are, drop your knees. Continue to move forward. Bend at your elbows. Come all the way down. From there, just pick up and head back to down dog. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, drop your knees, move your chest forward, come down. And then lift back up, elbows in. Again, watch the screen. If this is challenging for you, watch it and do this all over again with me. Inhale, forward, knees down, move your chest forward, arms close to the body and lower down. Quickly look at the screen, notice where my arms are. They are not near the shoulders, they are mid-chest. And then elbows in, elbows in. I cannot emphasize that enough. And then lift your hips up. Last one here. Inhale, move forward, drop your knees, arms close to the body, come down, arms still close to the body, elbows point back, lift up and draw back. Your arms might be on fire a little bit, and that's actually a good thing in this pose. Now, the full version: inhale, come forward, exhale, bend at your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can lower down if this is new to you, and then lift back up and take it back. So what we're doing in this pose is we're really strengthening the muscles of your upper body to give you stability and support, and most importantly, keep you safe. Again, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, elbows in, exhale, lower down. Inhale, you could lift up through up dog, and exhale, down dog. 2 more like that. Inhale, shift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, pull back. Last one. Inhale, forward, exhale, lower down. You could go all the way down. Inhale, lift, exhale, pull back. Now you could do that a few more times. I am keeping this video short, so if you're sticking with me for a shorter practice, drop your knees down and then just rest here for a moment. And then slowly come up for our final pose in today's sequence. Okay, we call it dolphin pose or Matsyakrida. Okay, playful fish. So for this pose, I'm going to turn towards you. You're essentially balancing on your upper arm and forearm. Okay, actually your forearm. So you'll cross your elbows, open your elbows up. Okay, you want your elbows to be shoulder distance apart. Interlock your hands, and then from there we'll place this on the mat and move forward there. Okay, so when you're ready, you could even fold your mat if you like. So cross your elbows, open them up, interlock your palms fully. You want no space, you want a full palm lock, and leave a little bit of space between your hands. Okay, now press your forearms into your mat. Really press down And then start to lift your shoulders away from your mat. Right here you should feel your chest, your arms and your shoulders turn on. From there, curl your back toes in, think downward facing dog in your head and lift your hips up. Now if your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees. If your hamstrings are tight, please bend your knees. Now inhale, push away from the mat and walk in with your feet if you can, bringing the shoulders over your hips just as much as you can. We're not doing too much in today's video, we're just setting the foundation. And let your head drop. It does not need to touch the floor. You're just training your upper body to hold yourself upside down. And then walk your feet back, bend your knees, and then take a quick break. Okay, so that is dolphin pose. We're going to do it one more time before we wrap up today's video. So come back on your forearms. And if you would like to do, say, deeper inversion work, I want you to leave me a comment below telling me what exactly you're looking to work on. Is it handstand? Is it headstand? Is it shoulder balance? Or if you would like deeper tutorials of what we're doing today. Okay, inhale, lift up, and then we could build towards a deeper inversion together. And then walk in. Shoulders will tend to drop. Push away from your mat. Take a breath. Let the head drop. And then slowly walk back and drop. From here, widen your knees. We're going to end our practice in resting hero. Okay, so widen your knees, big toes touch, arms reach in front, and let the crown of your head come to your mat. Take just a few breaths here. And then slowly come up to sit and open your eyes. So there you have it, 5 simple yoga poses that you could incorporate into your everyday yoga practice. If you are new to this channel, again, subscribing, leaving a comment below or liking these videos are always appreciated. If you would like to do deeper inversion focused work, let us know in the comments below and we'll consider that for the videos ahead. I'll see you next week with another yoga video. Until then, enjoy your practice. Bye-bye.